No, it's a Thursday evening here on Ticket Talk tonight. We got playoff games. We got the NFL draft going on. So if you guys are watching us on replay, let's recap the crazy day we had. Toronto, Ontario officially pass the resale ban for all of Ontario. So that is going to affect all Toronto sports, all Toronto live events, concerts, whatsoever. My lord. And we just asked Primo Ford of Ontario a few questions regarding ticket resale ban for the above face value. I know we have a lot of low IQ idiots watching the show from Toronto who you've been chatting with on X all day, but this is kind of more for the established people that are in my community and so forth. We're not really here to educate the dumbasses here in the industry. And that's a lot of these Toronto folks that have no idea what's going on. So my question is, and this is serious here, will rights holders put up that screen, MC, if I didn't memorize this thing here, for heaven's sakes. Will rights holders be able to direct list their ticket inventory on secondary exchanges? That means that for all you idiots in Toronto, teams like the Blue Jays, Maple Leafs, and Raptors direct list their inventory on the secondary and also have deals with consolidators. How is that going to affect this bill? Will they be able to do their jobs and no other resellers? Or will they be prohibited to do their job also? These are very important questions that obviously we're going to take into every state that creates resale bans, resale caps. How will this be tracked with since rights holders dynamically price their primary? How's that going to be tracked? If I buy a ticket for $10 for XYZ show in Toronto at face and that price is switched to 25, what price are we using to determine what the face value is, since dynamically pricing is always changing? There really is no term in face value in the year 2026. So we're way behind the times of how these lawmakers even make these bills even comprehensible. I mean, it's just absolutely a joke. And I can tell you right now, if I don't receive those answers, put the camera on me for a second before we go to the next slide, MCF. If I don't receive those answers, I will have an attorney subpoena those answers. And if they are breaking the law, if Toronto is breaking the law eventually, and they're letting folks direct list on the secondary, and they're not allowing common civilians to list on the secondary, there'll be the biggest lawsuit ever in the history of Toronto, Canada. I can tell you that right now. And I can tell you that we're going to follow the same suit for California, for New York, for everything. So when you mess with me, you're messing with the wrong people, because we know the industry inside and out, and we're not going to hide anything from anybody. Put up the next exhibit, MCF. I think we have like a defense hearing tonight, like I'm in the court of law, my lord. So obviously, kind of to recap, you guys, what's going on today is that the Maple Leafs, Raptors, Blue Jays, most season ticket holders with this resale cap will not be able to afford to renew their packages. And a lot of people saying, well, the Maple Leafs have the most demand, so maybe it's more the Raptors and the Blue Jays. Folks pay for 82 games. A lot of those folks that are 82 game season ticket holders sell most of their tickets to subsidize their investment. Yes, they're selling the New York Yankees series. They're selling the bigger games to obviously get some money back. So the average fan, the average Joe Schmo, can't afford to keep 82 games every single year. They subsidize them by selling them on the secondary. That's not going to happen for the Blue Jays and the Raptors. I can tell you right now, they're going to feel a lot of pain during the 26-27 season. Ticketmaster Canada just got another monopoly renewed today, and they will obviously consult their rights holders that since they're the only people that they can buy tickets from, they can obviously dictate the market and create another monopoly. We literally just took Ticketmaster and Live Nation out a week ago And now we're giving them a full-blown monopoly in Toronto, Canada with this resale cap. You can't go above face value. So the secondary exchanges will mean absolutely nothing. Rights holders and promoters will see a big decrease in ticket sales for small to medium demand live events with no resale. So this is kind of the example too. And I talked to a lot of independent promoters for like these medium-sized acts where literally resellers, partners buy 50, 60% of that inventory to hope that the price does go up. Yes, we're not going to lie, but many of those times, 70% of all live events track downwards here in the live event industry. So let me repeat that stat again. 70% of all live events between sports and music. This is North America data. So yes, let's include Canada in this data. Decay in ticket sales price over the course of the year. So fans get a better deal from the original face value on the secondary 70% of the time. That is not going to happen anymore. So therefore, a concert in Canada, therefore, anything that has high demand will obviously be able to skyrocket those prices because there's not going to be any supply on the secondary. So it's obviously going to increase events that have any type of demand to dynamically price them higher. Randy Nichols will decline that, but he's the biggest moron in the history of music, and that's why every band that he goes to work for fires his ass. Yes, we're going to war with Randy Nichols full throttle. Lastly, bad actors will come into waves and scam civilians in Toronto every day for tickets for high demand events. So obviously what you do is when you take out secondary exchanges, and besides the crooks at StubHub, other exchanges like SeatGeek, TickPick, Ticket Network, TiVo, other exchanges actually deliver when things go wrong on the secondary, either refund or replace tickets, not StubHub, obviously. So what this will do is create bad actors to obviously sell tickets that they don't have, to do a quick scam through Facebook, through Craigslist, through the black markets of the Toronto region, and obviously rip off civilians trying to buy tickets because they can't obtain them anywhere else any day. And unfortunately, we are going to see a lot of victims because folks will panic and not know any better. So that's obviously the breakdown, what we're going to see that happens in Toronto as this bill went in effect today on Thursday. What is it? April 23rd today. And we'll obviously recap everything going on throughout the next several weeks, the months. I'm telling you, since this bill is in effect, we are at all out ticketing war. And we're obviously going to stand up for ourselves. We're not going to be like the CTF. We're not going to be like the NETB and just kind of sit on the sidelines and do kumbaya to pray things will be all right. We have to take action. That's why the TTAB, that's why we brought on attorney, Mr. Clements, who we're going to have on the show tomorrow. And we're probably going to air it next week because there's a lot of things that we are doing. So the TTAB early this week bred on Brad Clements' law. So any person, fan, seller that has been scammed by StubHub, payments, whatever, we have partnered with Brad Clements' law. He's working for free on behalf of you. Yes, he will get you all 100% of the money back. We're going to obviously go over numerous questions with him tomorrow to give you guys a better understanding of some of the cases that he has prevailed and won. But he is a godsend. He's advocating for StubHub victims that are buyers and sellers that have been scammed. And we are going to have him on the show tomorrow and talk about it lengthily and most likely air it early next week. So stay tuned, guys. If you're affected by StubHub, you can DM me right away. He's getting a lot of new clients this week, so I recommend that you take action immediately. And we have something from Scotty Baggs, who's one of my favorite guys on Twitter. I mean, what is Scotty Baggs saying? Scotty, I'm telling you, certain World Cup games will be slashed half by game time. World Cup will be pays to wait, X2. Absolutely. What else he say? Bruce Springsteen was free tonight. They are giving them out. Depends after the show. Springsteen, the guy can't even sing anymore. He can't even hit notes. He was in Sunrise, Florida tonight, MCF's old stomping grounds in South Florida. $15 ticket. I think I posted that on X earlier. the guy's got to hang it up. I know a lot of people are Boss fans. I saw him in a concert 15 years ago. He was decent, but the guy's 80 years old, guy. He can't sing anymore. But then again, if it's a bucket list for you and you're like a young person, like 20 years old, and you want to say you saw the Boss in concert, you can go for $15 tonight. That's the benefit of the free market. Regarding FIFA World Cup, it's what our show is going to really be about all May, all June, all July until the championship, is that they have so many tickets available. The open market is going to benefit folks for paying no wait also for the FIFA World Cup, one of the biggest disasters in ticketing history, no doubt. So thank you, Scotty Braggs. He always comments on my X. I encourage all you guys to obviously contribute during our live streams so we can obviously have a proactive Q&A during Ticket Talk tonight. But obviously, once again, breaking news, Toronto, Ontario enforces resale where you can't sell above face value throughout the Toronto, Ontario region in Canada. My Lord, not a good day to be a Canadian and to be a fan where you're going to basically be locked out of high demand events. But let's make it a great rest of your Thursday evening. DM me as always with all your ticketing intel. If you have any StubHub issues, I'm here to talk to you. We work 24/7. We eat, sleep, drink tickets, mostly water, not vitamin water. And we try to stay lean and clean. Have a good night.